that I introduce our esteemed chief guest, Dr. H.R. Nagendra Guruji, ME, PhD at this international conference on Yoga, Mat to Mind. Guruji's illustrious career and profound contribution to the fields of mechanical engineering as well as yoga have garnered him international acclaim. Born on the 1st January 1943, Nagendra Guruji obtained his PhD in mechanical engineering from the prestigious IIT, Indian Institute of Science, Bengaluru in 1968. Having served as the faculty member at the Indian Institute of Science and later as a postdoctoral research fellow at the University of British Columbia and NASA Marshall Space Flight Center, Dr. Nagendra's expertise in engineering is unquestionable. However, it is his profound commitment to the ancient science of yoga that truly sets him apart. Dr. Nagendra's deep-rooted passion for yoga led him to dedicate his life to its study and propagation. He joined Vivekananda Kendra in 1975 and since held numerous leadership roles, including Secretary of Vivekananda Kendra Yoga Research Foundation and President of Vivekananda Yoga Anusandhan Samsthan, S. Vyasa, the premier yoga university in Bengaluru. He served as the Vice Chancellor of S. Vyasa from 2002 till 2013 and currently holds the position of Chancellor. With over 30 research papers in engineering and 150 papers in yoga, Guruji's scholarly contributions are vast and highly significant. Sir has authored and co-authored several books on yoga and has guided numerous PhD students shaping the future of yoga research and education. Dr. Nagendra Guruji's exemplary work has been recognized globally, earning him some of the most prestigious awards such as Padma Shri from the Government of India in 2016 and Global Peace Award from the World Peace Council Vienna in 2015. His leadership roles in the various national and international organizations underscore his commitment to advancing the field of yoga on a global scale. Currently, holding several key positions in the organizations such as WHO, Ministry of Ayush, and the Indian Yogasana Sports Federation, Guruji continues to champion yoga's integration into mainstream healthcare and education system worldwide. We are honored to have Dr. H.R. Nagendra Guruji grace our conference as the chief guest, and we are eagerly anticipating his insightful contributions and guidance to our discussions on the transformative power of yoga. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming a grand welcome to Guruji. Thank you. May I now request Honorable Chief Guest Nagendra Guruji to please guide us.
My dear brothers and sisters, what a delight it is to see the Maharashtra Mandal celebrating the 100 years of their great service to the nation to bring health through physical education and other dimensions. I congratulate the founder, Damleji, who started this big movement in Pune, and his great grandson, Damleji, is now heading this as the secretary, and congratulations to you and to the president of this trust. And it's such a great joy that they have organized this wonderful conference, and look at the topic they have chosen. Mat to mind. So thinking, what did they mean by this thing? So absorbing, so subtle. We know that Yogasanas have started becoming one of the competitive sports, and the Ministry of Sports have recognized Yogasanas as a sports in this direction. So, large number of students, youngsters, even children have started practicing Yogasanas and yoga in general to reach highest heights of Olympics. Somewhere around there, we all decided that one day Yogasana should go to the Olympics. That was the dream that somewhere around there had we all wanted. This is how there could be a resurgence of yoga. And the physical dimension of yoga, that is the Yogasanas, had to be brought forth to bring the dimensions from the physical to the higher dimensions of mind and control. That is the objective of the Yogasana Sports Federation, which was set up in Delhi thanks to Baswareddy and we all registered the society in Delhi. Then we said it should go to the international level. So the International Yogasana Sports Federation was also registered, and World Yogasana is the new name for that. This way Yogasana is getting spread throughout the world. This is the Indian dimension that we have to bring to the physical education that has been brought forth in our country. 100 years back, when Damleji thought that how to bring health into our society, he thought physical education is a must. And I was told in a small place in Pune, he started this work, and there used to be physical education and there used to be also wrestling. All these things were started in the beginning. Gradually it grew to this massive movement where we got the College of Physical Education, Commerce, and also schools in which yoga dimension also is slowly getting added on to the physical education. What is the key dimension which characterizes yoga compared to physical education? Patanjali has given the direction. What is the dimension of yoga in the physical part? Asanas, yogic postures. We have the Ashtanga yoga, Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. Asana is the third limb. And how did he define asana? Sthira Sukham Asanam. The position should be sthira, stable. Any asana we do, we should be able to stay without movement. We witnessed a wonderful demonstration of the Yogasanas when we started, and so nice it was to see the stability of all the practitioners done so well. Even when they did the pyramids with the complicated things, they were able to maintain their stability. That was the first step. Then Thira, then Chira. Chira is they have to stay longer and longer. In the same position, they must stay longer and longer. How can this happen? Patanjali gives the trick. When you have to stay longer, you have to release all your stresses. Prayatna Shaithilya. The effort involved in do the practicing should be reduced. Relaxation. Relaxation is the key essence that has to be brought when you have to stay in that position longer and longer. And the practice of asana should become effortless. And then only you will be able to stay longer and longer. How long? Depending on the particular asana. So, the longest is staying there for almost 3 hours. By staying in a single asana for 3 hours, you can reach the highest of the Ashtanga Yoga, that is Samadhi. That is the dimension that comes. But when you stay effortlessly, what happens? The mind starts moving hither to there. And therefore, Patanjali said, the third step, Sukha should come of Ananta Samapatti. Prayatna Shaitilya Ananta Samapatibhyam is the sutra that he gives. The mind should be tuned to that infinite, wonderful object. It can be a vast, infinite blue sky, or a vast, infinite ocean, or space. The mind should be tuned to that. So when you go into the final position of the asana, you must first relax all parts of the body. Every organ should be relaxed, every muscle group should be relaxed, and then the mind should be tuned to that infinite object. Ananta Samapatti. And when you stay there longer and longer, you just forget about the body, you are in tune with that wonderful, expansive silence, dimension. Then you go into the dimension of what we call the Sukha. So when you start practicing the asana, it is not just you do the asana for a few seconds and then forget about it. You should be able to stay longer and longer. And longer you stay, better it is. And the mind should be tuned to that. This is how we have to move from that to mind. So the mind dimension is to expand itself to the dimension to reach the state of samadhi. And in that state of expanded awareness, you have the calmness, peace, silence. Therefore, as all of you know, yoga is to gain mastery over the mind. Yogaha chitta vritti nirodha. All the modifications of the mind, we should be able to gain control and mastery. There are two dimensions to this mastery. One is to make our mind, faster mind, quicker mind, brilliant mind, innovative mind, creative mind, faster. This is one dimension. This we all have learned and have been incorporated in our education system. You have become very intelligent, very brilliant, innovative, creative, faster mind, everything comes. But the second dimension, calming down the mind, silencing the mind, transferring the mind, going to deeper and deeper levels of silence, taking the mind to the samadhi, and deeper levels of samadhi. This has been completely erased from our education system. Why did this happen? Earlier in our Gurukula system of education, we had both the dimensions. Children were made to sit in deep meditation, calmness of the mind, silencing of the mind, staying for longer and longer time and get into the dimension of samadhi. But when we had Macaulay came to our country, he completely changed our entire education system. He said, hey, don't sit like this thing. Don't be lazy, lethargic, drowsy, sleepy. Come on, get up and then be active. He started. And therefore, the dimension of calming down, silencing, and going deeper and deeper silence was erased almost. Not only in our country, all over the world, the entire education system removed this dimension that was very much needed. As a result, what happened is that tremendous imbalance. One side is gigantic, faster mind, quicker, relevant, brilliant mind. Another is pygmies, calmness. This thing has become almost zero. The credit should go to Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, who said that this calmness of the mind has to be brought forth. I would think, why did Macaulay do this thing? Because he thought there are two states of the mind. One state of mind, laziness, lethargy, drowsiness, sleepiness, calmness, peace, silence, sitting quiet like this. Second is faster mind, brilliant mind, intellectual mind, creative mind, faster mind. These are the two states. Therefore, he brought in education system that you should not just sit like this thing, and you should be active. So he was right in one front that the mind should not be lazy, lethargic, drowsiness, sleepiness should not be there. It has to be made active, right? But he did not understand the higher dimension of the calmness of mind, silencing of the mind. This is what Maharishi Mahesh Yogi brought to the fore. Say that there are not two states of mind, there are three states of mind. That is laziness, lethargy, drowsiness, sleepiness, mental retardation is one, that's the lowest. Then active mind, faster mind, quicker mind, brilliant mind, second. Third is a state of calmness, silence, peace, deeper and deeper silence, and this thing. That is done through meditation. Therefore, he brought transcendental meditation, dhyana, into the forefront. And we are all in the age of science and technology. Things can happen and people accept only when you have research. So, in Harvard, Dr. Benson started working on this, and with Maharshi Mohan Yogi, he published large number of papers, transcendental meditation, hundreds of papers, 600, 700 such papers, showing that this state of mind is far superior even to the so-called brilliant mind here. And don't equate this with this higher mind. This is no state of laziness, lethargy, drowsiness, sleepiness. It's a fully awakened state. But mind is silent, calmness. This is Chitta Vritti Nirodha that Patanjali has talked about. He said, it will increase your IQ, memory, intelligence, brilliance, everything will increase by calming down the mind, silencing the mind, and removing the negative aspects of only the fast cyclical mind. These are designated as tamas, rajas, and sattva. This is sattvic mind dimension. So the rajasic mind is good, is necessary to shatter the tamas, very important. But what is the result of rajas? It is driven by tattu kamepsuna karma, sahankarena vapunaha, kriyate bhulayasam, tad rajasa budahrutam, as Krishna says. The rajasic thing, no doubt, is necessary to shatter the tamas. But kriyate bahulayasam. It creates stresses, tension, stresses. And that's the root cause for all these modern ailments. Modern NCDs, non-communicable diseases, asthma, diabetes, hypertension, heart problem, epilepsy, migraine, irritable bowel syndrome, cancer, AIDS, everything is because of the uncontrolled speed of the mind. The rajasic dimension driven by greed, jealousy, hatred, infatuation, arrogance. So that all has to be changed, brought to the higher dimension of sattva. And the sattvic dimension is featured by calmness, peace, silence, and sharing, and control over the senses, and compassion, love, harmony, peace. These are the dimensions of sattva that have to be brought forth. Therefore, the third dimension, being established through the transcendental meditation, became the order of the day. And large number of universities all over the world have started adopting the meditation dimension. And therefore, we have to move from the dimensions of rajas to sattva. And finally, even go beyond the sattva, that is the higher dimensions of things. Therefore, in yogasanas, Patanjali has given the clear direction. First is, you must do the asana, the faster asana, the quicker asana, and do the asanas, advanced asanas, and more of advanced asanas, everything. Then specialize in one or two of your asanas. There you have to stay longer and longer. It can be even shavasana, but don't sleep. Stay longer. Any asana you can take, maybe in Padmasana or Sukhasana, Padmasana, everything. Therefore, we organize simple competitions in our university. Can you stand completely on one leg, balance? How long can you stay? And we had one of the girls who were doing her BNOS. He stood like that for 2.5 hours on a single leg, Vrikshasana. Similarly, we had another boy who was doing Shirshasana. He read 2 hours 45 minutes. I said you have to read another 15 minutes or 3 hours to get into the Samadhi dimension. Therefore, this is the advancement in the asana that have been brought forth. So this is the dimension which brings added dimension of Indian law, the yogic dimension, into physical education. Any physical education that you do, the practices that you do, has to be emphasized. Also, we have to add on this dimension of relaxation. Relaxation is the key essence. Prayatna Shaitilya. And tuning of the mind to that infinite object have to be brought forth. If you bring, then you have the Indian dimension added on to the physical education. Therefore, everywhere, the UGC and also the NCRT have started bringing this yoga dimension into the whole education system itself. And it's not just on the physical side, we have to deal with the mental dimension. Otherwise, you will be lost. What is happening in the world at large, the education system, United States? Children are getting totally lost. They got a very fast mind, brilliant mind, thrilled mind. They come to our university, I get thrilled about it. How wonderful they are, children, very dynamic, full of energy, vitality, creative. Something goes wrong, you tell them, immediately they can create. But ask them sit quietly, calmly, or do shavasana for 5 minutes. It's the biggest punishment we give them. Why? It's not their mistake, our mistake. Education system. Therefore, this dimension has to be brought forth, then only you can have it. Otherwise, the big imbalance that is created there, an inability to remain calm, peace and silent, brings a big imbalance at the prana level, bringing imbalances at all the aspects of prana, apana, samana, udana, vyana. All imbalances will come, then it will come down to the physical level, bringing imbalance in the left and the right lobe of the brain. And it percolates down, autonomic imbalance, then endocrine imbalance, and comes down and settles down as imbalances in every organ and system in the body, and causing all the challenges that we have. This imbalance at the mind level is called as adi. That adi percolates and comes down to the physical body as vyadhi. All these modern entities are called adhija vyadhi. So what all we do in the modern medical system, it has grown gigantic in allopathy. We have been able to build such powerful pharmacological intervention. Large number of surgeries, 5,000 types of surgeries. We can replace every part of the body. We can replace every part. Even we are racing to change our genes so that our entire personality can be changed. All that we are doing. But we have no solution to this sensitivity. Once you're diabetic, ever diabetic. Once you get hypertension, it's for your life. Once you have cancer, your days are numbered. Why? With all the achievements that we have done in the modern medical world, why we don't have solution? Because we are dealing only at the physical level. We are not dealing at the mind level. We have to see that this dual dimension of mind, faster mind, quicker mind, brilliant mind, intelligent mind, calming down mind, silencing the mind, tranquilizing the mind, going deeper and deeper into levels of silence and samadhi and deeper. Both these things have to be brought forth in our system. Then only you will be able to solve the problem. Otherwise, things will go haywire. This is what's happening in the best parts of the world, United States. And recently, we had a big conference in Harvard University about 10 years back before the COVID. The topic was yoga for drug addiction. Drug menace has started spreading so widely. It is known by the time a student completes his 10th class, that's called as graduation, 10th graduation. He would have tasted either a major or a minor psychedelic drug. Imagine, even with 0.5% of the people getting stuck with drugs, they are ruined. It's what was happening. Therefore, in the conference, all the best of the researchers who are doing research and drug addiction solutions, they have spent millions of dollars. But the conclusion was, we have no solution to drug addiction. Can yoga do something? They took us to a neighboring town in Boston, and in a small town, 25% of the people are drug addicts. They have set up a number of drug de-addiction centers. And in each drug de-addiction center, there are 20, 30, 100 people who are undergoing the treatment. They stay there for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 8 months. When they get better, they are brought back to the society. Just in a few days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, they come back. The governor was literally crying. What is happening? There's no solution. Can yoga do something? It's here that we brought this dimension. Why this is happening? Because of the big imbalance. Drawn by the Rothschild dimension. In the name of freedom, it has turned itself into license. What has happened? The children say, we don't have to care for anybody. We don't have to care for the parents, or the faculty, or the students, or the professors. We don't have to care. We're all free birds. We can do anything that we want. In America, guns are freely available. What they do, they're free birds. They take the gun and then go around and then shoot the people. When I was in the US in 72, an incident occurred that a boy who was only about 15 years old, he comes and in his class there were 27 students. That day he comes with a big gun and then shoots all the students, including the teacher. He was caught and police asked, why did you shoot all this thing? He was very egoistic. See, I can kill all these people. Where are we going? In this education system. Drug addictions, increasing more and more. So the only solution is you have to go to the foundation. The education system has to be changed. We have to see that we bring the dimensions of yoga, of calming down the mind. Mana prashamana upaya yoga ityabhidhiyate, said Vasishtha in his great Yoga Vasishtha. Therefore, the topic chosen rightly is from mind to mind. This is the most important, and we have brilliant speakers today. Our Anandi has come, Basaradiji will come, they will all bring about the finest dimension. Also our Gharatiji, an expert in Malakam, who have been able to bring such wonderful things in Pune and spread all over the world. It needs a tremendous amount of development of the will. And in that development of the will, you have these two dimensions. Therefore, I congratulate Maharashtra Mandal for organizing this conference and to choose the right topic which is much needed. So when we have the Yogasana competition also, you must say that the mind control comes. And a tremendous amount of transformation is taking place because of Yogasanas coming as sports. I know young boys and girls practicing Yogasanas right from age of 2, 3, 4. We have a small girl in Bangalore, her name is Nikita. She is only now 8 years old. She does 1,400 asana, and she can do Kriya, Naudi Kriya. All of you have seen the wonderful way that Swami Ramdevji shows the Kriya, Naudi Kriya. She can do Naudi Kriya, Madhyam Naudi, Vam Naudi, Dakshin Naudi, Naudi Chalana. Not only sitting or standing, in all asanas she can do. She is only 8 years old. And I asked, how do you do all these 1,400 asanas? Every day, how much you practice? When did you get up? When do you do? I asked her. She says, sir, I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. After washing face, everything, I start. 3:15 up to 6:15, 3 hours, I do the practice of asanas and then only Kriya everything. And then she goes and then teaches the bright children and others completely free of charge. They have now come to the 5th class, he is coming. And then when she comes to our Prashanti Kuttaram campus, I give her some nice food, and I put all these different nice things. You have come after a long time, why don't you have this thing? No, I can't touch this, I can't touch this thing. If I do that, my muscles are going to become stiff, then I cannot do asana. This is the dimension of Yama and Nima coming up, And this is the transformation that's taking up in the country. When you do asanas to perfection, similarly the practice of the sports effectively, then you have to bring about a complete change in our entire lifestyle. Yoga is the science of holistic living. It's not merely doing asana or pranayama, mudra, bandhas, kriya, but it's the way of life in which you have to bring out this dimension. Yesterday I was meeting one of the top runners from Pune. He got the gold in the national Kero India. I was asking him, how many hours you practice? He says, every day I practice 3 hours of running. Then gymnasium, 2.5 hours. This is the dedication that is needed to do that. And willpower has to be developed. And that is the transformation that is needed. For long, we are not emphasizing this dimension of sport, physical education in a great way. And as a result, even as a big country, India, we hardly had gold or silver. one or two here and there. But thanks to our Honorable Prime Minister, he has given such a big flop to the whole sports thing. We already got 140 medals this year, already you may know. And we are racing to get more and more gold and silver in the Olympic. This is the needed dimension to our youngsters to bring in the wonderful dimension. At the same time, you have to bring in this dimension of yoga. Therefore, our Honorable Prime Minister is telling, in all this sports thing, you have to bring in yoga dimension. In all the physical education, universities, colleges, you have to bring in yoga dimension. And in all colleges and universities, yoga has to be brought. And what a transformation he is able to bring by International Day of Yoga. And thanks to our Bishop Pitamaha, our biggest Sengar, we all joined together to cylinder our effort through the Indian Yoga Association. And myself and all of us joined together and see that the yoga dimension is brought in the right perspective and not merely as only some asanas and as physical exercises. So to understand this thing, our Honorable Prime Minister's talk, everybody should hear how wonderfully he gave the talk in UNO and appealed that we should celebrate the Yoga, International Day of Yoga on June 21st. And what a response. All countries came forward and was mentioning that the biggest surprise was 45 Islamic countries came forward and yes, we are going to take up. And transformation has started in even Islamic countries. Otherwise they were all thinking that no, this is only Hinduism and others. Yoga is a science of holistic living. It is the one that can build total personality, physical, mental, emotional, intellectual level, and bring in the total expansion of the personality, raising man from his normal level to become great, super divine human beings and reach the highest level of perfection. This is what yoga does. Therefore, Maharashtra Mandal, which started this wonderful approach of the physical education, went into commerce and other things, now they have added the yoga dimension and the principles of Ayurveda also. I would like to see the yoga certificate course and diploma course also started in our university, our college, and I am sure you are going to grow to greater heights and bring in yoga to greater heights in this dimension. On this centenary celebration occasion, I congratulate all of you who have been able to do such grand work for development of health in the society for India through Maharashtra. And wish you all the best and please offer our prayers to Lord Shiv Bhagavan and Patanjali to see that they will give us all the necessary strength to build our society, our state and India to become the Vishwaguru that our Honorable Prime Minister is trying to do this thing. Namaskar, Dhanyavad.
Thank you, Nagendra sir, for your words of wisdom.